Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at keeping our New Year's resolutions. But mostly, we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Benj. So, we're going to draw New Year's resolutions.
That is correct, Ben.
That seems to be obvious from the intro.
And probably the thumbnail, and probably the title and the description that you definitely read before you clicked on the video.
Although, unfortunately, it seems that we're also poor at releasing videos on New Year's Day.
Well, I mean, I figure New Year's Day is always just such a blur because everybody's just recovering from New Year's Eve. Like, what's the point? Also, I was really busy that day.
I don't think that applies to us.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
we were both at church in the morning.
Yeah, but then I was doing family stuff all day. The point isn't that, though. The point is it is a new year, and even though we're a day late to the party, it's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we can still make this is like the day New Year's resolutions kick in, because it's the day after the weekend of New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the day people are like, all right, I'm actually going to go to the gym today. Did you go to the gym today?
No. My dad came into my room and said, "You want to go to the gym?" And I said, "I got no sleep last night."
What an amazing way to start off the new year.
Last year was 2022, right?
That is correct, which makes this 2023.
Wow.
Which sounds very much like the future.
Are progressing in time.
It's better than the opposite, I guess.
Is it, though?
What is the opposite? Is the opposite
Going
regressing in
backwards?
time,
Yeah.
or is it just like dying and stopping?
I was thinking it was regressing in time, which I think would actually be pretty cool. I guess this is supposed to be me, so...
I mean, it doesn't have to be, I guess, but...
It's going to be me.
If you say so.
But not like how I normally draw myself.
I don't know if this is what you looked like last year.
This is last year, Benj.
What a loser. His face doesn't look quite right.
A little bit messier, curlier hair.
Oh, what's going to happen this year? Straight and tidy hair?
No. That's too much work.
I don't know that I've ever actually made a New Year's resolution.
I think the only way I could ever have straight, tidy hair would be if I got married and my wife wanted me to.
Your own willpower isn't enough?
Well, I have no willpower to do such a thing.
Ah. See? That's so you're saying it would take getting married, not even like you're dating a girl and she's like, "I'd marry you if you had straight hair." You're like, "Nope, you're not my wife."
Yeah, that's too much work. But the Bible directly says that when you get married, your body is belong to the other person. So
she could tell you what to do with your hair.
Tell me what to do with my hair. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I remember that very specific verse.
Well, the verse is more inappropriate than that, but
the point is, you're never going to have straight hair, apparently, unless a woman comes along and straightens it for you.
Yep.
See, my wife has never told me to straighten my hair, which is good, because I don't have straight hair naturally, and I don't think it would look right if I just straightened it. Nor, can you even straighten short, curly hair?
Yeah.
There's probably some chemical process, but it's not like...
you could also just grow your hair out and not have short hair.
Yeah, but... I mean, could I straighten my hair? Is there like an anti-curling spray? You spray it on and it all just sticks up straight.
Curling spray.
It's not like I can take a straightener to it. It's too short.
Yeah.
Burn my scalp off trying.
I mean, there's probably some sort of weird perm thing you could do.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Some weird chemical process that...
This is like an easel, but I've never actually used an easel, so I don't really know what they look like.
I mean,
because easels are used when you're painting. We don't do that.
No, we have a...
But see, I am using a ballpoint pen, and this is a normal paper.
Of course.
I just wanted it to be more artistic looking. So
yeah, I mean, that's what people expect from artists.
So, obviously, I'm drawing a straight line down the middle of the page.
Realistically, an easel is I'm not going to say it's the worst way to have a paper, but it's not. You can't rest your arm on anything. How do you get straight lines? Not that we have straight lines not using an easel, but
Yeah. So in
like who agreed this
2022,
was the way to do it?
when I drew a picture, I had this squiggly line down the middle
You
as an attempt to make a straight
so you're
line.
telling me the only thing that's going to change in 2023 is
So
you're going to learn how to draw a straight line?
My New Year's resolution.
Because it's 2023 and you did draw a line down the middle to start this drawing, and it's not really straight.
Is it not more straight than that?
I guess so.
Look,
You set you set the bar really low for a New Year's resolution. You have like 364 more days to learn how to use a ruler.
my face also apparently gets different.
I don't know what that means. Your eyeballs shrank. What causes that?
Well, like my head seemed to just shrink as a whole, and my nose.
Maybe you just become more standoffish in the new year and you don't stand as close to the person drawing a picture of you.
But I mean, basically, I'm the same, you know?
You know, you'd think that as poor artists, we would be like, in 2023, we're going to practice for the first time.
I drew myself skinnier than I am. Just, I don't want people to, like, see me in the public and be like, oh, man, he's not that skinny.
Yeah. That happens
just,
all the time.
I just don't know how to draw people.
Do you ever practice drawing when you're not here in the studio with me?
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean, does this even count as practicing, though?
I mean, it never seems to improve much, so I don't think so. I think practice involves, like, some form of repetition and, like, not taking full weeks off in between.
I do practice, like, digital art sometimes because I'll, like, make things and I want them to look good. So I, like, will actually use an eraser tool on the computer and redo stuff.
That's not art.
And I get better at, like, the copying and pasting and moving around.
Oh, man, I never knew you were such a sellout in your free time.
Mm-hmm. But only on digital art. I would never sully a paper.
Yeah, well, pen and paper is sacred to all artists. We recently had some of our art posted in an art show.
And that is how I will be in the future. You know what? Just to start. Man. Look at this. Look at how straight this line is.
It's getting worse. It's getting... Oh, gosh. If someone said, draw a straight line, and you did that, I feel like they'd, like, call a doctor. Like, we don't know if it's
something's happening to his head.
We don't know if it's his ears that didn't hear the word straight, or his eyes that can't see, or his hand that can't move straight, but something is desperately wrong.
So, my New Year's resolution is to draw straighter lines. This is how I plan to go about it.
You've set the bar extremely low, and I don't even think you can accomplish it. Like, this isn't... See, most New Year's resolutions seem to have, like, some effect on the person's life or well-being for the better.
Mm-hmm.
This, first of all, doesn't help you in the slightest. Maybe slightly less ridicule, but, I mean, you'd have to get better at everything, not just one straight line. Second of all,
I think if I got better at a straight line, I would be better at everything. I'm going to make the R capitalized.
You know what I will say about your drawing, though? You're going to look better in 2023 than you did in 2022. You, like, put on some healthy weight. Your head isn't quite as swollen. Even your hand has, like, come back to its normal size. It's not like this tiny little shrunken thing.
And my nose shrinks.
You're also going to choose to show a little bit more ankle in the new year, so that's the scandalous part of you.
Well, I grew, and I didn't change clothes.
Oh, you got taller?
Yeah, slightly.
That's quite
I mean,
skill for a 30-year-old man.
I mean, this line is slightly longer. I mean, I can't really show that for real.
Yeah, you at home can pause the video and take out a physical ruler and stick
Yep.
it on your screen.
Yep, I'm doing it with my fingers. They're not actually any different, but
it's a healthier
healthier
proportion.
It definitely looks like it's bigger.
And also, I can't help but notice that you're going to become left-handed this year, like you were apparently last year.
Well, yeah.
Something secret you want to reveal to the public?
No, I am right-handed. That's the secret. I'm secretly right-handed, even though I drew myself left-handed.
Because it was easier to draw you writing left-handed?
Well, because I already drew the right hand.
Yep.
And I just didn't change it for the second drawing.
Maybe in both of these drawings you actually drew the line with your right hand and then you're just like resting it, so you put the pen in the left hand.
Yeah. Just holding it in my left hand.
Yeah.
While my writer's cramp goes away.
Yeah, while the artist who's clearly painting this picture of you asks you to pose, and they're like, actually, can you turn so that your pen is... And you're like, no, I can't turn. This is my good side. And they're like, well, can you at least hold the pen in the other hand? And you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's a lot of famous portraits of famous people that, like, we like look at it and we're like, clearly they were left-handed because they're holding... And it's like, actually, yeah, the artist just told them to do that. Artist painted him reversed, and now history's forever changed because of art.
I'm sure things like that have happened.
Like in 1,000 years when they dig up some hard drive and it has this saved YouTube video on it, people are gonna talk in art class about how you were left-handed.
Yeah, they'll be like, the creator of nose first technique, did you know he was actually left-handed?
Yeah, Benj of the Two Poor Artists. Remember, you all know they're a hotel chain that spans the globe. The multiple galleries in the Louvre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they'll think you were left-handed.
Yep.
And the whole world will live a lie.
Because they'll assume, since our art will become the standard of all realistic art in the future.
Wait,
Yeah, realistic.
No.
This will be realistic art in the future.
The future to look forward to.
Well, you know how you could see the times are moving.
I mean, I can see that just from 2022 to 2023, a lot has changed.
Yeah, like this will actually be considered a straight line.
Oh no! Once everyone comes down with hand tremors in 1,000 years, I guess. Once the hand mangler has unleashed his wrath upon the planet,
his end goal will be achieved.
You think we're like creating some like serial hand mangler out there just because
It's
they
like,
watched our channel and are like,
our channel, and it's like, oh, that sounds amazing.
let me just put this out there for legal reasons. If you're thinking of becoming a hand mangler because we talk about the hand mangler in our drawings all the time, at least give us some credit when you get arrested on the news.
Yes,
that way,
please.
That way people will be like, what? The Two Poor Artists?
If we can't become famous, we should at least become infamous.
Infamy is still kind of famey.
I mean, people would watch our channel at least.
And that's really all we care about.
Yeah.
We just care about the public being exposed to the art that will change their lives forever. And if it takes a hand mangler who changed people's lives forever to do it, then so be it.
Yep.
Not that we endorse that kind of behavior.
Yeah, of course not.
But if you can't not, at least give us a shout out.
I mean, really, any criminal listening to this, if you're about to be arrested, you feel free to give us a shout out.
If you've committed like grand larceny or tax evasion to the point where you're on the news for some reason, or you like, you know what would be great? Any art thieves out there listening?
Yes.
Yeah, like go steal something really famous, and then when you're arrested, be like, I wish it had been the Two Poor Artists drawing I had taken.
Yeah,
but they aren't hanging in any museums yet, like they should be.
That would be the best.
Yeah, art thieves around the world, please unite in when you're arrested. If you're arrested, if not, good luck.
If you keep getting away with it.
Yeah, like. But once you are eventually caught by the modern day Sherlock Holmeses of the world,
yep,
At least make us famous / infamous with you.
Yes. That would be great.
That'd be a cool thing to happen in 2023.
It would be.
But
not as cool as opening up a hotel.
No,
of course,
no. One step at a time.
Yes.
And the next step is me doing my New Year's resolution. So
unfortunately, there is more art on this show.
give me that pen. You know, I mentioned earlier that we were featured in an art show.
Well, you didn't. You said our art should be featured in an art show.
No, our art is featured in an art show, but it wasn't. It's not like the traditional way art is featured in an art show. It's like we put our art in a art gallery.
Yeah, like we snuck in.
Well, I wouldn't say snuck.
Yeah, we walked into the front door, waved to the receptionist. There was no receptionist.
I think there was a receptionist.
Well, there was, but
I don't know that we waved at her. Did you wave at her?
She wasn't at the desk when we walked in.
The point is, down at Arizona State University, if you go into the art building and you go into the gallery,
you'll see the spot where our art hung for a few minutes before they took it down.
I mean, there is the chance that it's still there, but you never know. In fact, if you go down to Arizona State University this week, the first week of January of the year 2023,
the week this video comes out.
Yeah, the week that I'm speaking, and you're well, you might not be watching. The week you should have been watching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of art.
Look at the date on the bottom of the YouTube video.
Yeah, there's a bit of our art hanging around Arizona State University because Benj and I got bored one day. And after carefully...
we did what all great artists do when they're bored.
Yeah, we decided to show our art to the people of Tempe, Arizona by hanging it on the walls for them to see. Because we realized YouTube doesn't have as far of a reach as we had hoped.
I think
it's pretty limited if you really think about it.
Yeah, I think more people watch our videos than will look at those art anyways.
No, I mean, like when you say look at our art, they're like walking down the hallway and they just like happen to see it out of the corner of their eyes. They might not think about our art, but they might see our art.
Right. I guess I can't disagree with that.
How many people really think about art when they see it? Not many. But you always see art. You walk into a Target, you've seen like a Walmart or anywhere, you've seen like 50,000 pieces of art. Every package is some artist who sold out to the world and decided to use color instead of a ballpoint pen.
Yep.
So we just decided that our art should be out there for the world to see too. But that's not really enough for me.
Okay.
I want our art to be seen in more places this upcoming year.
Is this going into your resolution?
Yeah, this upcoming year. I have thought about the places we could hang our art and people would like talk about it. I mean, it would be true. Some famous, infamous criminal type goes out there and steals the Mona Lisa or, something like that. But really, maybe I should have hoped for straight lines too. But really, when you think of things around the world that people are going to see, it's always the 7 wonders of the world.
Is it?
That people see a lot.
Do people see those a lot?
I mean, they do. People come to Arizona just to see a big ditch in the ground called the Grand Canyon. People come,
but like not more people than that go to Disneyland.
That's probably true.
I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about things people go see, the 7 wonders are on the list, but like pretty low down.
I'm just saying,
I think more people go see the movie theaters.
I'm just saying, if someone stuck our art up on a wall in Disneyland, no one would hear about it.
Like, I've gone to the Grand Canyon multiple times. Anytime you go to the movie theater, there's more people than when you go to the Grand Canyon.
But if we went, okay, fine, whatever. But that's not the point.
Okay.
The point is, the 7 wonders make it on the news sometimes.
Okay.
If someone were to stick a piece of our art on them, they'd at least make it into some local news channel or high school publication.
So you're going to like drape our art across the Grand Canyon?
No. Although that'd be cool. I hadn't really thought about that. You think we should do that instead?
Well, I mean, how big are we burning off our art?
Oh gosh, the cost of paper alone.
Grand Canyon's pretty darn big.
I'm thinking more like,
It's not. It's not the minuscule canyon after all. That's just down the road.
do you think the pyramids are painted?
They used to be.
Yeah, but do you think they are now? Or is it
No.
just like the stone?
I think it's just the stone. I mean, I think it. If you count like sand as paint, probably has a lot of sand all over it. I don't count sand as paint.
I don't count sand as paint either. And if you count sand as paint, leave us a comment. The point is, let's say that you're going to the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one,
Yep.
the great one.
Mm-hmm.
I want our art to be among the greats. So, up there at the tippity top or the tippity bottom, you get a tip of a bottom, I think, right?
You can, but
There's going to be our art, like within full view. Not so high up that people can't see it unless you're in like a hot air balloon.
mm-hmm.
Not so high that you have to like climb up, but also not so low that it can be taken down like within 5 seconds. I'm thinking like a third of the way up the pyramid.
Okay.
There's just like a little, you know, little something of me. Like our logo, you know?
Mm-hmm. Is it going to be like, how are you putting it on? Because like we looked up vandalism rules, and obviously they're probably different in Egypt. But you know, if you like spray paint it on or something, then that's vandalism. If you just like stick it on with
Yeah,
removable
I'm thinking
tape,
like
then
I'm thinking like a big removable sticker,
okay.
you know? We don't want to damage anything. Then we'd
Of course
become
not.
infamous along with the newly criminalized art thief. Oh gosh, those eyes. It's okay. Think about the paintings on the pyramids anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Not that great. Old fashioned.
You know, alternatively, we could just make a new seventh wonder. You know, like
Like a giant pyramid.
a giant statue of our logo, and then we bury it somewhere, and then we discover it.
Oh, that'd be quite prophetic. Like, look, even the ancients knew we were coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you... That's you.
Oh, I feel sorry for the me of this drawings universe.
Well, you know what the rule is. More hair fixes.
That's not a rule.
Hair fixes a multitude. You kind of just look like a caveman now. The point is, this you can't tell all the detail from this drawing. It's you know, it's quite a
Yeah.
big sticker
Mm-hmm.
to be seen from the you know, the place where people see things
Right. Yep.
from the distance. That's the word I was looking for. Now, who's going to be watching this? Definitely some Egyptian people,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like, gonna put it on Egyptian news.
Right. And then they'll subscribe to our channel.
You know, we don't have anybody from Egypt subscribed as far as I know.
Yep.
If you're from Egypt,
Probably.
leave us a comment. Tell us all about how your people still talk about the plagues in Egypt. Yeah, that's. And,
I mean,
you
I
know,
would assume they don't talk about it any more than anyone else does, which isn't very much. Unless you're in like a Sunday school class.
I mean, they could talk. I don't know. It's their culture. Let's see. It'd be like a pharaoh.
Oh,
I still have
a
those.
modern day pharaoh is watching. Or do you like claiming our art is prophetic and it's been up there? Someone just needs to dust away all the sand, and they'll find it.
Something like that. Where's this guy's face?
Well, you already drew his ear. I don't think he's looking at the pyramid. I think you drew him looking away from
I
the
think
pyramid.
he's turned away to tell others. He's like being interviewed on the news about it.
Oh, okay. It's kind of a derpy-eyed pharaoh.
They'll make fun of him. What do pharaohs wear other than big old headdresses?
Robes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can manage that. This arm. It's like one of those like bracelet things on that pharaohs have.
Where does like his body start?
It's really hard to tell. Oh shoot. Somewhere around there. I don't really know what that line is. It's got some abs though.
Is he wearing no shirt?
It's hard to tell. It's either that or it's really tight and you can still see his abs. Wearing like
See,
one of those.
I figured he was wearing like what they wore in Egypt. So wait, this is like a pharaoh that's dressed like a slave?
I don't really know what he's dressed like. The fact is, he's there and he's giving a speech about our art. He's talking about how they're never, ever going to remove our art.
Is that a scroll?
It's a microphone bench.
Oh.
Come on.
Thought he was like making a proclamation with a scroll.
No, he's just giving a speech about our art and how much he loves it and how much it's going to stay a part of Egyptian history forever.
Okay.
And how the two poor artists are welcome anytime and how he's going to build us a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
All because we stuck a sticker on the pyramids.
That would be cool. If our first hotel was an Egyptian hotel.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really thought about what it should be or could be, or I don't know why that rock is really big there.
The one with our art on
'Cause
it.
it needs to be. You know, the one big rock on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talking about it. And it's like midday.
They do.
And the sun is out. And there's a palm tree. Are there palm trees in Egypt?
I don't know.
There are now.
But that's a real big palm tree because it's like behind the pyramid, but also bigger than the pyramid.
It's a perspective thing that no one can explain.
Yeah, people go there and they're like, see that palm tree that looks like it's bigger than the pyramid? It's actually quite a bit smaller. Isn't that an interesting fact?
People are like, there's no way. That's like the eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
This giant, absurdly big palm tree.
That's actually not as big as it looks.
Yeah, it's like a mirage. There's not even a palm tree. Mm-hmm. But in 2023, my New Year's resolution is to make us this famous.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Well, I feel like my goal is more realistic.
Seventh wonder of drawing a straight line is like I had to compensate for your pathetic lack of.
I like to make realistic goals.
I don't know if that's any more realistic.
Well, I didn't say I showed that I didn't succeed. My goal is to claim to want to draw better lines and then not. That's my goal.
Yeah, but mine is to get our art on the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Well, I mean, I guess if we just flew there and like put it on ourselves, yours is potentially achievable. Although they probably have security.
We just have to look up like what the vandalism laws are. Because if we don't like damage the pyramid, are they going to be upset?
But are we even allowed to like climb up the pyramid?
I mean, I'm happy to like get a really tall ladder. Just
Are
saying.
you even allowed like that close? Like I don't know anything. Like, are you allowed that close to the pyramid at all? I mean, like obviously there's pictures of people like climbing on the pyramid.
Yeah, but they're usually
I
like
think,
also being arrested on their way down.
yeah, and I also think that was like older. Like I think they made new rules because people started stealing stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. We have a whole year now to think about and research the finer points of the law related to putting a giant removable sticker on the Great Pyramid of Giza. But if we do, we'll at least get like a subscriber.
Yeah, probably.
Which would make us more famous than most things we do.
Just as long as we don't like if it's just like a minor fine, that's fine. But if we're like arrested in jail, we can't really make a YouTube channel in jail.
It depends on how long we're in jail. How long do they put you in jail for just putting a sticker on the pyramid? These are questions that need answered. Yeah.
We'll do our research before we become vandals.
We don't want to become vandals. We want to become famous.
Or infamous.
I mean, we don't want to become infamous unless it's like because someone... Now, if you're out there watching and you're like, I'm going to go out and put a sticker on the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Why don't you put this sticker on?
Yeah. Like, if you have to put a sticker.
Like, we're not telling you to do it.
No. In fact, we're saying it's probably not okay. We don't know the actual laws. But if you have to, like you have an urge.
You're already on your way to go do it.
If you're like, tonight we're going to the sticker printing shop to print the sticker, but we haven't decided yet, but we know for sure we're putting a sticker on the pyramid.
Yeah.
Then do our faces.
Why not?
Yeah. Like, do you have a better cause? Probably.
Probably any cause is better.
Yeah, but how many people predicted it? This video will come out like before you put the sticker on.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, oh, they
told them to
how
do it.
did they? Oh, no. Then you could just be like, we had no idea. We just, the pictures came to us in a dream. We had to put them up. You have to make if you're going to do something like that, you have to have a good story.
Yeah.
You're going to get caught. So good luck. But don't do it.
Yeah. Unless it's not illegal.
If it's just like common practice, I mean, I've never been to the pyramids. Maybe they're just covered with stickers.
Yeah, maybe.
Removable stickers that someone comes around every night and just like
takes off.
Politely peels off and recycles and turns into new stickers for the next batch of people to come. This is why you're right. We need another wonder of the world that we can. We should make an eighth wonder of the world that's like a combination of the 7 plus us.
Or it should just be like a giant bulletin board where anybody can post whatever they want.
You know what? I've got a better idea. Giant refrigerator.
Yes.
We actually tried to find somewhere we could post. We tried to find a refrigerator at Arizona State University to post our art on.
Yeah.
Because that's really the best place for all art. Shockingly few refrigerators in the public areas.
Yep.
We found a microwave.
They wouldn't let us in the teacher's lounge.
Even a toaster was out and about, but not refrigerators. Probably because they're too afraid of people posting art on them.
Yeah, probably. It's the only reason I can think of to hide away your refrigerators.
Yeah.
They probably have their own art on it.
It's true. They
And
probably
their
don't want
children's
to.
art.
They don't want to share. Darn you, people of the world. But if we make a giant refrigerator, I mean like a refrigerator like as tall as that palm tree.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's the biggest refrigerator in the world, but it's actually just a normal refrigerator.
Yeah.
There's something about where you have to stand.
And it's like the eighth wonder of the world. People, get their magnets, put their art on it, and then it gets on the news every time. And everyone can do it.
Yeah, there's just like a permanent news station.
Like live stream.
Yeah, but on the freezer part, like up high, it's like old school refrigerator. Not like one of those fancy 2-doored ones. Well, it is 2-doored, but it's...
Yeah, but like freezers on top.
Yeah. We call that spot.
Yeah. The whole thing is ours.
Yeah. Two poor artists. Freezer.
Every week, 2 new pieces of art.
Yeah, we'll come out and stick them on there. It's going to be a good year, Bench.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to draw straight lines, and everything we just discussed might happen.
Yep, might. Imagine at the hotel, right in the lobby,
like
there's a refrigerator with art on it. And every room not only has the paintings, that over the bed, but also a refrigerator
that has our art posted on it.
Yeah.
And every week they switch out the art that's on the refrigerators.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That would be great.
I'd stay there.
Mm-hmm. I think anybody would stay there. Wink, wink.
Yeah, the people who are just making hotels left and right. You know who you are.
Or if you currently have a hotel and you're just like, my theme's kind of boring or non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
I need a new theme.
Like Two Poor Artists.
Yeah.
We're a good theme.
Mm-hmm.
But despite, even if you're not, a hotel Mongol, then that's okay. Mogul? Mongol?
I don't think it's Mongol.
I think it was wrong. If you're one of them Monopoly men, but make hotels.
Yeah. Tycoon.
That we can go with that. But if you're not one of them, you can at least enjoy our art today.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a New Year's resolution, let us know what it is. As long as it's art related and about us.
or if it's not, you can let us know.
Yeah, both are okay. But I mean, everyone probably has like a Two Poor Artists resolution.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And like a personal resolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
ours are one and the same.
Yeah, because we are the Two Poor Artists, so that just makes sense.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.